Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this, which is the newly released NECA Predator 2 Ultimate Boar Predator. So this is really awesome. I'm really excited for this. I managed to pick this up at the NEC Christmas Toy Fair. I've done a video for that, just showing off my toy haul if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I was really quite surprised because I didn't think this was coming out, and then I went to the toy fair and loads of sellers had it. So decided to pick this one up as this one had really good paint apps. So first of all, we'll take a look at the box. I really love this artwork. I actually think this is some of the coolest artwork. I really enjoyed the Shaman and the Warrior Predator artwork, but honestly, I think this one might be my favorite so far. I'm not sure if this has been pulled straight from the comic or if it's been done specially for this packaging. There's the artist there. So on the side, you've got the standard Predator 2 30th anniversary, everything we're used to. This is number 8, Ultimate Boar Predator. So we only have 2 more Predators to go, and that's the Snake Eye and the Greyback. Really looking forward to those. You've got a bio of the character on the back, which you can pause right now if you want to read. And then you've got these really awesome publicity images of the figure. Same logo at the top, legal stuff at the bottom. And then opening the door, you have a very good display of the figure in the plastic window with all his accessories, and then a very nice publicity photo of the figure in front of the awesome Predator 2 diorama, which I really wish I could get. So yeah, the standard, if you guys have been collecting these Ultimate Predator 2 series Predators, you'll pretty much know what to expect with this packaging. So let's get this guy out of the box. Okay guys, and here is the Boar Predator out of the packaging, looking very awesome. So for those of you who have been collecting the Predator 2 Ultimate Lost Tribe wave, this Predator might look vaguely familiar to you. And if I just bring in his baby brother, Stalker, so these two are actually related, they're brothers. And as you can see, they do have a sort of similar armor design to them, but actually there are some significant differences now that I've put them side by side. So the biomasks do bear somewhat of a resemblance, especially the patterns on the top, but I've just noticed the chest armor's actually different. Now, I thought that NECA just reused a lot of this similar stuff with the armor, but actually there are some differences. However, the accessories with these two Predators are similar, as in they both have the exact same shoulder cannons. However, what I like with the Boar Predator is the gun actually comes attached this time, which is nice. With the original one, you actually had to plug it in yourself, and I don't know if you guys can see, but the plastic has actually split there, because, you know, having like plugging this in and out, it does tend to do that. So I'm happy it comes as one solid piece this time, which is really nice. Also, they do have similar blaster effects because it's the same cannon. This is Stalker's and Boar's is orange, which is nice just to differentiate it. And they both come with skulls. I mean, a lot of Predators come with skulls, but Boar's is a bit darker, which kind of makes it look like he's had it for a long time, which is really cool. So I just thought I'd make that comparison for you guys because there are similarities between these two Predators. And then if we look at the alternate head sculpts really quickly, you can see this is Stalker's alternate head sculpt, which is basically just a repaint of the Jungle Hunter head. And this is Boar's. So as you can see, this is something entirely different. I'm not sure if this sculpt has ever been used before. I don't think it has. But I really like it. He has longer dreadlocks, and I think the paint on the eyes is particularly good. I think that's something that's come a long way since the release of this figure, which wasn't that long ago, really. So yeah, this has got a fantastic alternate head, which we will get onto, but I just kind of wanted to show off the similarities between these two guys. Both of them have removable chest armor, so you can go for a more bare bones look, which we'll get onto in just a moment. But hey, you know, enough of Stalker. He will have a review coming at some point on the channel, because I know I haven't done him yet, but we're here to focus on Boar, so that's what we're going to do. So first off, I just want to say that I really love the colour scheme on this Predator. I'm not going to lie, when I saw reveal images of him, I thought he looked quite bland, but actually when you really take a look at him, there is a lot of really nice detail here. I personally really love his skin pattern design, which continues onto his head, which we'll get onto a bit later on, but I love the lighter colour with the darker colours over the top. It does really make this one stand out, which is nice. As you can see, his armour sits over him very well. He's got all of this stuff underneath, which I really want to get onto. Now, here's something that's quite interesting. I actually was worried that this was a quality control issue, but they actually have the exact same gauntlet on both arms, and no, that isn't a quality control issue. That is actually how it is. The problem with this, however, is if you want to have these in the correct way, one of your computer panels will be at the back, the other one will be at the front. I mean, you can rotate it to adjust it, but honestly, I was looking at this like, oh, you're joking, they've put like the same thing on both sides. No, that is actually how it's supposed to be. So maybe they did cut costs a little bit there, but you know, I suppose it makes it different from the other Predators. So I really love this biomask, and as I said, it does have similarities to Stalker's biomask, but I must admit I'm loving these really metallic colours. You've got this nice sort of gunmetal grey, but then you have this very shiny gold, sort of off gold colour. Really nice. You've got all the bronze and gold things on the dreadlocks. The rest of his armour is more of a black but with a silver dry brushing, which is really nice. As you can see, he does have the PVC butt piece. It's always good to have that, you know. Doesn't really have much covering the front, which is okay, and he doesn't have that annoying sort of fanny pouch that he has, which always gets caught down there, which I really hated with the City Hunter and Guardian and any other Predator that have those. So his computer gauntlets can open. Sadly, there's nothing painted, but that's okay. Same on the other side. And like I say, if you've been collecting these action figures, you pretty much know what the articulation is. You can do a full 360 at the head. You've got side to side, up and down really far, really good. You can bring the arms out, although it's quite stiff, so just be careful when you're doing it. You've got a full 360 forward and back. You have a bicep swivel. You have a double joint on both arms, rotation at the gauntlet, rotation at the hands as well as forward and back, like all Predator hands can do. Really good ab crunch. You can bring them quite far and quite back. You can also rotate the ab crunch as well as the waist. The legs can kick really far forward. You've got a really nice double bend at the knee, and the feet are on ball joints. They can go side to side, forward and back. I am happy to report that the leg swivel does work on both of my legs, so I'm really happy with that. I had a good feeling about this one. I saw so many sellers selling them, but when I saw how good this face was painted and that this combi stick wasn't warped, I was like, yeah, I'm going for this one. So thankfully, the quality control has been pretty good with this one. A little bit of a shaky leg, but, you know, it's not too bad. So, as I've said, this Predator actually has two primary displayable appearances. You can have the fully armoured version, and then we have the very bare bones unarmoured look. Now, I'm just going to say, my personal preference is I love less armoured Predators. I don't know what it is. See, I love that we get the chance to see all of this wonderful detail underneath, all the really good paintwork, and then you've got this sort of leather pouch that he has over the top. It isn't actually leather, but it's just PVC. But then you've got his necklace of skulls here, and much like the Stalker Predator, he does have a medallion. Now, this medallion is sculpted onto this PVC piece, which is held around by these little bits of string here, so it holds on very nicely. I've no worry about it breaking off. But what I also love about this bare bones look is you get so much more ability to maneuver the articulation. There's far less restriction when you have this very kind of laid back look. And I have to be honest, I prefer it. You know, I think the one Predator that I do prefer armored up is the Jungle Hunter because, you know, he is very robotic in a lot of areas. But this one, I really just prefer that sort of laid back, bare bones look. Now, much like his brother, he doesn't have any blades. You know, so this Predator is one that's gonna get in with his bare hands or use his combi stick. But if you're going for his fully armored up look, if I just show you guys a closer look at his chest armor. Now this piece here simply holds on to that. It's kind of like a latch. It just kind of hooks on and holds really nicely. Now this is pliable to, you know, enable you to get this off, but I would also recommend that you're very careful when doing this. If you're feeling like it's too stiff and it doesn't want to move, maybe just heat it with a hairdryer slightly. And I also recommend that you're not constantly taking this on and off. The best way to do it, I think, is to fold the arms back and then just slide it off, kind of like when you take a jacket off figures. So, but just be very careful with doing it, you know, be careful of the computer gauntlets and stuff like that. You don't want to break anything off. But what's really cool about this cannon is it has a shape here and a shape there, and you kind of just line them up. And as you can see, it is friction held, so it actually stays on there really, really well. And then, like I say, you can have the cannon folded up, or you can open it out, and it is on this rail here, so because the head will be slightly in the way, the head will be positioned about here, so you'll want to just move it along the rail slightly. But I find that even then it's only just dodging the helmet, which is a bit annoying. I really wish it could come more this way. Something I've also noticed is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the pin is actually showing slightly, so just be careful that you don't lose the pin, which enables this to go up and down, because I hear that that's something that happens quite a bit. So we'll put the armor off to the side for a bit, and we'll take a closer look at the biomask again. Just really, really awesome. I love this texture that it has. You can see the sort of grating that it has there in the eyes. Very, very cool. And you see that it's almost like a nose. The design of these Predators is just really fantastic. You know, I think NECA have done such a good job in recreating them. Now, what I also love about these Ultimate releases is we don't just get what you see in the films, we also get what you see in the comics. Now, in the film, we don't really see many of these Predators' real faces, so, you know, it allowed the people who did the comics to be really creative, and I think NECA have just, you know, offered a whole new display option for the characters, which I think is really cool. Now, I love this Predator head sculpt. I think this is something that really makes the figure worth picking up because it's very unique. As far as I know, there isn't another Predator in this line that has a head that's exactly like this. So I like that we're not just getting the same Jungle Hunter head, but with slight modifications. You know, we are actually getting something that's genuinely different with each Predator, which is very, very cool. And yeah, I think from the fully armoured up look, I think this appearance is definitely my favourite. So we'll take a look at the accessories. So he does come with his closed disc, which a lot of the Predators do. That can be slotted into his pouch where it can be held securely, but I find it's a bit fiddly to do, but you should be able to get it in there. And he also comes with an open disc and a hand that is specially sculpted to hold it. He comes with a clenched up fist, which is more of a punching hand, which is interesting because this Predator doesn't really have blades, but I suppose it's nice they included it all the same. Now, another thing he does come with are his net launchers. Now, in the packaging, the open or the closed ones are not attached, so you have to kind of decide that yourself. Now, you can have the open ones, or you can just do what I do and attach the closed ones so that you don't have this annoying gap in his wrist gauntlets. To be honest, I actually forget that these are even an accessory once you've closed them up. So yeah, that's just a note that when you do get this guy out the packaging, remember to put his closed web launchers on, just so it completes the look of the gauntlets. As I've previously said, he does come with a blast effect, which goes onto the cannon very nicely. As you can see, you just line it up and you've got this very awesome blaster effect for your Predator cannon. He also does come with a hand which is sculpted for holding the combi stick, and you have an open and closed version of them, which have this very nice metallic bronze paint to them with some gold brushing, which is really, really nice. Also some grey in the centre. Exactly the same sculpt that's been seen on all of the other combi sticks, nothing really that different. Also, as I said, he does come with a skull, which has got a very dark, very sort of aged and withered look to it, which I really like. And yeah, that's really it. In terms of accessories, this Predator doesn't really come with as much as other Predators have, and I'm not gonna lie, I can understand why some of you might think of skipping this one, because, you know, when you compare it to Predators like the Shaman, the Lost Predator, and eventually the Snake Eye and Greyback, which I think are going to be amazing, this Predator is quite bare bones, and he doesn't really... a lot of people would say he's quite similar to Stalker, and yeah, that is true, so I can understand maybe why you'd want to pass on him, but in all honesty, I want to complete the entire Lost Tribe wave, so that's really the main reason I picked this guy up. But actually, now that I've looked at the figure and had a chance to really, you know, try out the different looks, I really, really like him. I would still recommend that you go and get him. I would say, you know, if you haven't got him, definitely go get him. And, you know, like I say, I really, really love this head sculpt. And I do think that, you know, when you have Stalker, it's nice to have the two brothers together. So would I recommend skipping this Predator? No, absolutely not. I would say there's definitely value here. I do wish that he came with a few more accessories, but, you know, what he does come with is really, really good. So, overall, yeah, just a good 7 out of 10. No real quality control issues. Not my favourite Predator of all time. You know, there are several that I do actually prefer, but a nice Predator nonetheless. And like I say, if you've been collecting this line, you'll know everything to expect with this figure. Nowhere near as out there and innovative as the Shaman, but still, I would say there's value here. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Are you planning on adding him to your collection or skipping him, or do you already have him? So I hope you guys enjoy the figure photography at the end of these videos. I really do put a lot of hard work into that. If you want to stay updated with my channel, please subscribe, leave a like, and ring that little bell notification so you never miss a video. I hope you're all safe and well and having a really good 2023 so far. Stay safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.